Hi, I'm Analia, and welcome to Brightly Becoming, a podcast that gives you the space to slow down and come back to yourself. Here we talk through life in a grounded way, where conversations are held on identity, faith, and becoming who we're called to be. If you're in a clear season or an uncertain one, I'm glad you're here either way. It's time to come back to who you are underneath what you carry. Welcome to Brightly Becoming. You're replaying conversations in your head again. You're thinking 5 steps ahead about how something may turn out. You're planning for every and any possible outcome. But what would happen if you surrendered? If you completely gave these all to God? Imagine the weight you would feel lifted off of you if you trusted that the one who created you, the one who controls the wind and the sea and everything else on this beautiful earth, would take care of it for you. Subconsciously, we try to control a lot in our lives, and we can keep lying to ourselves and say this is a strategic way of living, or we can be honest and admit how much of our own stress is self-inflicted. All your brain wants is to feel safe. It's natural to ruminate, to try and predict the future, to picture the worst possible case scenario that more than likely will never happen. But it feels good, right? To think we know what happens next, to think we've protected ourselves from getting hurt or avoiding an emotion that we don't want to feel. The truth is, no matter how hard you try, you can't predict what your life will look like. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you just can't. Life throws curveballs. But when we do this, we're not allowing ourselves to enjoy the moment that is now. And when you think about letting go and letting God, it sounds peaceful until you're actually in a situation where He calls you to let go. We start to think, but what if? We start to doubt. And this is where we're pulled closer to Him to strengthen our faith. He wants us to put all of our trust in Him. And it's not easy. It's so human to trust Him one day, then struggle to the next. You think, I don't want to let this go. It feels unsafe to not know what happens next. I need to know where this is going to lead. Surrendering doesn't give you any of that either. It can be really uncomfortable when you're so used to relying solely on yourself, that hyper independence that you developed growing up, to trust that someone else will take care of you when you're so used to taking care of yourself. But I can assure you, God will take care of you. He knows your heart, your mind, and all of your needs. I've seen and felt my nervous system get stronger as my faith has grown. And I was experiencing constant stress, thinking that I had to do it all on my own. My body didn't feel safe. I was carrying everything on my own. And this isn't a weakness, it's God's design. We are biologically wired to surrender. It's not up to us to have all the answers. It's not up to us to even understand why things are unfolding the way they are. We are made to be dependent on a God that provides. It's really about honoring the parts of you that still feel the need to be in control. Don't judge those parts of you. I've noticed so much of my peace was actually tied to things going the way that I wanted them to. I feel calm when things make sense, or when I have an answer, when I can see, or at least think I can see, where something is going. But the second uncertainty hits, there I am yet again, just trying to manage it. 2 hands grabbing onto it tightly, trying to do it all on my own again, trying to figure it out instead of just sitting in it. Let that sit for a second. How many times do you think you've run from feeling a certain way? Whether it's to protect yourself, whether it's to numb out, there really are no bad emotions. It's how you perceive them that determines whether or not, in your mind, they're good or bad. We can't experience the good without the bad either. What if you decided to say instead, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm not going to grip this so tightly that it takes away from my peace. You can't be fully in control and fully trusting God at the same time. Control craves certainty, and faith, it doesn't come with that. And God doesn't expect perfection. I have to remind myself this occasionally. I'll give my worries to God, and then I'll just go back and pick them right back up and get frustrated with myself. But He sees us trying, and the more that we pray about these things, instead of worrying about them and trying to take them into our own hands, the more our faith and our trust in Him will strengthen. Faith and fear both require you to believe in something that you can't see. So which one will it be? I think that's where trusting God actually becomes real. Not when everything is clear, but when it isn't. Holding things with open hands instead of closed fists. Still caring, still hoping, still showing up, but not attaching your peace to whether it turns out exactly the way you imagined. Because the truth is, it never does. And control doesn't actually create peace, it just makes you feel like you have it temporarily. But real peace is in God and knowing that even if this doesn't go how it planned, in my head, I'm going to be okay. If you're in a season where things feel uncertain, if you're trying to figure everything out or simply hold everything together, you don't have to work so hard. You're allowed to release the outcome. You're allowed to trust, even when you don't fully understand what's going on. And I know that's easier said than done, but I think that's what surrender is. Not a one-time decision, just something that you come back to over and over again. Thank you for being here. I hope this felt like a space where you could just slow down for a second and feel present. Wherever you are right now, you're allowed to be there. You aren't behind. You are becoming. Talk to you soon.